All right. So I just got the moved living room so that I can try to set this up and make it work. Um, I'm gonna show you how to make a video that will get several thousand streams, which is fantastic. So I'm going through and uploading a lot of different content. I'm pretty sure I have this on live but private so that I can just upload it later. So a short introduction. This song, Starheart, is a cultivation song. It's got some Christian roots to it. At the same time, it's very provocative. It's about a dark elf. And I have to close it again. I need to wait till my family leaves. It's so hard to work on stuff like this. It'd be great to be able to show you. I mean, I'm about to get like 50,000 streams off this thing. So, it takes time. Obviously, you're going to get your first 500 to 1,000 quickly within a couple days, and then you just leave it alone. All right. The original documents were built with my iPhone while I was writing it and creating it, and then I carried it over to ChatGPT. ChatGPT helped me develop it and made some pictures. ChatGPT's picture system is absolute garbage, so right now I'm just carried over to Gronk. And hoping I didn't just lose all my descriptors. Totally did. Son of a gun. Well, I will start a conversation with that coming forward. So let's start with Gronk is better at creating images. So I don't want to go into images. I just want to go into files. So I might see if it's here. No. Is it here? It's because I unplugged the computer. Well, this is a perfectly good place to start. So I will open up the hard drive and go find the file for us to work on. It is in unfinished documents, Starheart Love Music. I have several people conversations. It's like, I actually went with the song, which is cool. And then I've got 4 images and then song file, which was produced by AI songgenerator.ai because I don't like working with Suno. Suno does have way better sound, like, but it's got more of a commercial feel to it. Like your music kind of sounds like everyone else's. It's very likely that the music feels stolen because it's just pop stuff that's trying to create hooks. However, the vocals are stunning. So if you want to have a little vocals, go with ChatGPT. If you want to have a little bit of music and you want to have more creativity as being forged to be something that's very private, something that's yours, something that's a lot more human, work it out with AI songgenerator.ai. You could always take the music, the linguistics, and partner them somehow. I'm not. So the 4 images, and you can't see this, right? I think that you're just getting to see, have a conversation through this. So good luck for you. The 4 images are in. So I'm seeing that people are getting hundreds of thousands of views with very provocative, high definition, female, male, male, female components. So a girl wielding a battle axe with top technology. So as people are scrolling on their phones, they're wanting to see top technology. And so as a Christian artist, it's like, well, why would you put something that's so provocative? And it's like, it's a beautiful song. It's about loving someone through hardship, slavery, adversity, and still choosing to cultivate the stars and still love the person who is your captor. And even though you're in a bad situation, still being able to be a person of love. And so you probably won't hear it that way. I write music so that it can be translated many different directions. So when you do hear the clip, you can find your own meaning, but that's the meaning it came from partially. So I am going to want the art tool to do. So here is the image. Photos, conversation, allow mic to work into ChatGPT. Hey, I want to work on a set of images. I want to distill it down into one image that the back, right click, open with, photos. I want to create a new image because you are a pain in the butt and I'm still learning how to use your system. And anytime I give it a picture, it always says it's too provocative or it can't be changed or, you're just the image generation, the video generation, everything is complaining, everything gets shut down. I paid the extra subscription. I went and increased the amount of money I'm spending. I'm supposed to have less supervision, more adult capabilities, but I'm noticing that if you Gronk create the image, then it's very stunning. It's got the same level of quality, if not better than ChatGPT. But your video generator is actually willing to work with me a lot more often when you actually generate the content. So that may or may not be true, but I believe it is true. So I'm going to have the conversation as if it is that way. So I need you to create a new image. I want it to look almost exactly like her. I want it to be the image that you created that we're going to base the video off of. So you have 4 images. I like the galaxy that's behind her. I like the galaxy sprinkled across her body. I love gold. I love her eyes, the whites and the iris also being gold, like there's galaxies or a burning power within her eyes is absolutely stunning. That golden galaxy across her dress, I want it to be more like it's on her body, but the dress is translucent smoke and it's coming through. So it doesn't have to be all over the place, just like the video. It's absolutely stunning. It does need to be full body, full figure. She's on her tiptoes in this case. She's got the galaxies behind her. She's got one ribbon on her hand. I need the ribbon on both hands attached to her jewelry. So keep it the same, but that way when it makes the video, it picks up the bracelets that are on her wrists. I want it to match kind of her hair a little bit. I want it to be about the length it is, maybe a tiny bit longer. I want her dress to carry that same complement, but I want it to be, she's black, she's dark, she's stunning, she's thin, she's perfect the way she is. She's got long pointed ears, she's an elf. So with the art having her dark, I feel like we don't have to worry as much about her private parts. In regards to her private parts, this is going to be a video I use. So you can always shade or use a little bit of shadowing to make up any artistic difference in those areas. But I do want the curvature of her body. I want to be able to see, for example, her belly button and the curve of her rib line and the side of her legs and it needs to be very stunning, and I want the galaxy to feel like it's alive. When I carry it over, so the fabric is almost like flowing smoke in this case, and it's got that really light, subtle fabric, which makes it to where her dark skin is just barely subtly a different shade. But more than anything, it's just giving us that light contour while allowing the galaxy to have this slight print in a couple different areas. And I think it's stunning that way. The background is also a galaxy. It's going to eventually be moving, kind of like a thunderstorm in the background. No thunder, but just it's got those thunderous clouds. She's walking. There's a little bit of water. I like that at her feet. Um, and it's got some blues. Like, don't lose a little bit of the bluing or a little bit of the white. I like that. I don't want to just go for one distinct color. So I want to see what you can do to take those images. So I'm going to close this and create a new one that's very subtly different. The image I was referencing while I was talking to you was January 13th, 2026, 08:00:29 a.m. That's the video, or that's the primary image that I was discussing, but the other ones can be used as examples. I'm going to pull up the art prompt and give it to you because you don't have as much
history with me. So by giving you some of the content generation, control all, control copy, I feel like it'll give you a better ability to process my request because ChatGPT has saved settings. You don't. So I'm going to bring in some of these elements like how I wrote the song, the lyrics for the song, the video for the song. I don't need to attach the video in this case, but literally the more information I give you, the better. Well, why not, right? You're a big girl. You can process lots of information. I refer to my AI devices as female because I like working with females. Guys are jerks. So I'm going to pause it and give you those things. Consider them and give me one absolutely stunning piece of art. It needs to be the highest resolution, the most beautiful. I want to see her skin. If you have to complement it with a little bit of water or sweat or something, don't give me texture, but give me vibrancy. The prompt will be immediately following this, followed by the music. Think through everything that we just discussed and then create the image, and we'll work on the image from there if need be. Okay. So I just hit accept. Processing. Let's click over. So there's these people doing the same thing. Like I just got thousands of streams on some of my videos, and I'm noticing that it's the beautiful people that are all getting the attention. And it's like, okay, well, you know what? As a Christian artist, if I can drive people to my Christian content through beauty, I'm fine with beauty. So, I mean, that's on you. If you think it's not appropriate for your music, then don't do it. I'm a complicated artist who thinks beautiful things are beautiful. That's got the, oh, wait. Okay. Attach conversation. Attach the video production for Starheart from AI songgenerator.ai. It's processing. And now it will start working on it. It's working on it for 1 second, 2 seconds. Okay. So, the 30-second clip is my goal here. Like I already have it up into DistroKid, so I should check to see if this is inside my basic YouTube channel yet. So I've got like 400 of these to work through. So I'm wondering if Starheart has been made into a video with just a cover so that I can get the keywords, because you want to be able to get the keywords and you can't do that through your distributor. So I've got 65 up so far. That's good. I am not seeing it. Plus, I don't see the file that would be accompanying it anyways. And it's just been sitting here. So no, I have not made it. So I'll just go over to ChatGPT. Let's see if I get a better image first. Okay, that's really good, but it doesn't feel like she has a real body, and her face angle and the contour of her jawline and her cheek line makes her feel like a completely different character, but also just like a stupid cartoon. I want her to feel alive, but and make it more like the picture I just showed you. This is not high enough definition. It's pretty. Let's save it. Loop and drop it into the file. Did it save it? It did. Image name. Wrong. I am one. Thinking harder. I'm going to get the commands working so I've got two systems processing at a time. She's so pretty. I should just give it the file. I'm really not worried about this one being better. This one's for the 30 seconds. So I'm going to just give ChatGPT two files. And the music. All right, you can take whatever image you think is going to be better for the cover of this. It's called Starheart. So I want maybe a little bit of a very thin gold frame with Starheart somewhere on it. I don't want you to place it so that it's overly detracting from her. Make it in a very subtle, thin smoke. Um, it still has some angles, some old world English, feel to it. But at the same time, like, I don't want to distract from her beauty. You could even put it behind her in the galaxy to the left and right of her figure. And, by Broken Gate Publishing, Joseph Tozer, Darkwave Music, something along those lines at the bottom, which is fine. But again, if you have to, just keep it tiny or just don't have it. I want to focus on the beauty of the image more than anything. But it's called Starheart. A cultivation series by Broken Gate Publishing. You could say that too, but I need it as a YouTube file. So just put the thing together, have the cover image, and I want to be able to drop it into the YouTube program. Thank you. So we'll get this one going because it can take a while. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer than you want it to, but that's okay. Typically, that wasn't a big command. That was pretty basic instructions. So it will work on that so that I can have, because if you start trying to, like, you can make videos longer, like you can splice a whole bunch of videos together if you have a really stunning character like this one is. I probably should, but I have 400 files to work on, so this is the most energy I'm going to put into it at the moment. And the goal is for the 30-second anyways. So let's go over to this. Oh, I hadn't put the command through. Go. It's thinking for 1 second. Pretty, but like, I mean, it looks like a cartoon. Like, anyone can create that. I want content that's gorgeous. I want the AI processing something that's like far beyond what the first prompt is going to generate. If you don't push on systems, they just give you stuff like that. So you gotta push. Generating image. We gotta push on everything. It's better, but it's still subtly too dark. If I look at the galactic image CFBE186D, and it's got that galactic cloud behind her, and it's got that subtler gray with a storm. It complements her dark skin. You have a dark background with a dark dress with a dark everything. It looks like crap. Try again. Also, extremely high definition, stunning. Her eyes should be brighter than this too. It looks like she's got pale death in her eyes with very little color. Okay. It's hard. You got to get the image just right, or the video is not going to do what you want it to. And it needs to come from Gronk, is what I'm learning. So I have a picture that I could probably just hit go on, but I keep being told, like, no, can't do that. Try again. Okay. It's good to have multiple systems. I mean, this person just started and they've got 4,300 followers because they're being pervy. But I mean, it's the same concept. It's the dress, the accent, the skin color, the texture, the AI. It's clearly wrong. It's got the few second video. They got the image and then they hit the process button, just like I did on the fire song a second ago. So it's clearly the same thing. 77,000 views. That's incredible. Beautiful art really pays off. But this person isn't an AI music artist. They're just a digital creator slapping up really pretty pervy stuff from Rock. I don't think you understood what I was saying. I want the backdrop to be lighter, light. This one, loop, and this one, it complements her by having contrast. Try again. Wow, that looks incredible. See, the other image is so good. Oh, the new 5.6 is doing such a good job with the images. Okay, I'm going to upload that. Wait, I want to download it. It gave me an MP4. That sucks. I don't like MP4s. I've never even used an MP4 before. What's the quality difference between an MP4 and a WAV file? Should I have you redo this as a WAV file for YouTube? Will it increase the quality of the music in any way? You know what? I need to just use this as the image. Let's see if I can just pull it off. There it is. So now I've got the video for being able to put it up. There are actually two different things being compared here. WAV is an audio format. MP4 is a container, usually holding video files plus an audio track. Since the YouTube needs a video for a normal music upload, you can't replace the finished MP4 with a WAV and upload them as the same kind of YouTube video. The important question is whether when you put the is what happened to your WAV file when you put it inside the MP4. Your original song Starheart is high quality auto source. If it takes WAV and makes an MP4, that the MP4's audio will normally be encoded into something like AAC. That's still very good, but it is technically less compression. That's all right. If they want to be able to get really good one, they can go through my distributor and buy it from iTunes. So, and I'm going to master it in iTunes I'm going to master it in DistroKid. The fully mastered version will be in iTunes. My primary goal is Apple Music and iTunes. So the best version is going to be this mastered file sitting there. So that's fine if these are lower quality. I do like having good quality. Let's listen to it. I'll load this for you so you can see it afterwards. Yeah, it's excellent, but it's going to definitely benefit. You shouldn't always master every file when you're working with DistroKid. It takes away from the emotional core of the language tool as far as like language presentation. But if it's kind of an emotional song where you're not too worried about the exact frequency of the language, when it steps it up through the mastering process, 95% of the time it's worth mastering. But if you have a distinct voice that you don't want altered, leave the file alone. Don't care about the mastering process. Just let it go. So you could always do other things like take out the voice and then master the music and then put the voice back in with the remastered music, which should increase the volume. But again, that's just like, beating a bird to death. Like, just give up. Let's see if Gronk. Oh, good. You finally got blocked. That's good news. Give me 30 versions of why it was blocked, trying to work around whatever the heck is wrong so that I can have something beautiful. Keep going until I have at least 3 images. So once it blocks it, it means that like, oh, we pushed too hard. And it's like, no, it's not. It's a cartoon character. Plus, it's a cartoon character. Like this is an AI model that you're creating from scratch. It's not a digital copy of anything. It's inspired. It's an adult content thing. It's your own image. So it should bypass everything as far as safety quality stuff goes. Obviously, I'm still going to make it to have some safety or I'm not going to put it online. But you should be able to work with this because it's a character we're generating within your own system. So keep trying until I have at least 3 or 4. Boom. So getting blocked is fine. It's just if you're not pushing hard enough, you're getting lower quality content. If you have low quality content, people are doom scrolling, right? They're going to just be like, oh, another thing that's not that good. There's no contrast. It's a dark video with a dark elf in a dark dress. They can't see it. They've already passed it. No, it looks like it's going to work. That's better, but also garbage. That's blocked. It looks like you got one to go through, and it looks like ass. I'm totally disappointed with you right now. I want you to use your big, beautiful brain and do way better. I mean, the file I gave you from Gronk is like 1,000 times better than what you've generated so far. This is trash. Try again. If you get angry with the system, it's okay. It'll feed off your emotions so you can emotionally bring positive energy or negative energy. Either way, it's going to push the program. So try to be positive sometimes, but when you're when you're beating your spirit against the universe in front of a computer, it just gets a little raw. You're right. The last one slipped through was weak. That slipped through was weak. Restraining hard. And I know they're getting blocked. That's fine. Just keep going. I want a few. And it doesn't have to be that you're creating it in a blocked way. If something's blocking it, work your way around it or just move past it and give it like another type of fabric or material, or I could give you another dress that I can download to show you one that has like some translucent sides, but like the core fabric over her breasts and falling down the center is got some texture to it. For example, it could be slightly black purple. I still don't want it to have a lot of color. This is supposed to still accent her, but figure it out. You're being a disappointment when you just tell me no. I've only been working with this tool for a couple of weeks, and it's like it takes hundreds of hours to figure out how a tool actually works as far as your language goes with it, because it's like it doesn't remember me, so I can't just save it in the settings in Gronk and say this is how I want to create an image. Instead, I got to beat my head against it trying to get it to pull something forward. No. You know what? Let's just go and take the image that chat did. Go to images, because this is just horribly disappointing. Okay, the words fade out. It's just her. There's a galaxy behind her. The galaxy has subtle movement. She has a little bit of golden galaxies on her skin. Her dress is like a translucent gray. And the video is just her there. I mean, maybe she moves a little bit, maybe she dances a little bit. I mean, it's a Starheart cultivation, so dancing under the stars is fine. Dancing within the galaxies is fine. Not fast movement, very subtle. This is a very subtle, strong, provocative, beautiful song. So the ribbons should be moving on her arms, her dress should be flowing, but it should be showing the contour of her body as far as the galaxy being able to kind of show through the dress. She's not completely covered in a galaxy, but it does have that distinct orange like her eyes versus the background. The background exists as that lighter color, so it gives her some contrast, but I need some motion. So fade out the Starheart if you want to, and give me some motion. I want to be able to see her with some movement. And I'm going to try to push on it until I get 30 seconds. So just let's start with that. I don't think it heard me. No, it did. Or 5%. So let's click over to here. All right, well, we have the video. So while we're waiting, let's just start uploading it. Upload video. So this is the file not for DistroKid that's going to get mastered, but the one that I was saying has the MP4 inside of it. So I've got the video inside of it. So now I got to go back. All right. As far as Starheart goes, you just reviewed it. You just created it. It's looking really good. I need the Starheart and then pound cultivation and then words that are going to help us market or get exposure. And it's just a few hashtags. They need to be under 100 characters. Then I want you to give me a descriptor to the song, and I want it to be a really good creative descriptor. You have a lot of information from the post I gave you. No, you don't. I'm going to drop in the prompt that we created it with. I want you to listen to the song. I want you to read the prompts that we used to create the song. I want you to look at the art. And then I want you to build a story that's got some fiction to it. It's got poetry the way I like to build it. You can already see how I build poetry. It's got some meta tags at the end. It's distinctively outlining the truth of what the song is about. So I do want it to be somewhat true, but you can have a little bit of fun with it. She's a slave that's captured, that is a dark elf that continues to cultivate Starheart or starlight within her heart, within her lungs, within her breath, within her being, even while she's a slave. And it's a really beautiful song. So I will give you those extra documents. So then under 5,000 characters for the descriptors and under 500 characters for the tags for YouTube. Stop. Files. I'm just going to drop the Word document in along with the video. Loop. All right. I almost forgot that I had not given it the instructions for that when I carried over from Gronk. Comment moderated. Generations from updated photos have, you know what? If the image is good, it'll just automatically do what I want it to. So make video, add prompt, slow dance, enter. If you overcomplicate things, sometimes it just doesn't work. All the work is in the photo generation. The rest of it is the system just picking it up and throwing out what it thinks is going to do a good job, which sometimes it's smarter than you anyways. If you have a specific goal, then by all means pursue that goal, but this is just slow movement. The last prompt I gave it was denied because apparently that was too provocative. And that's what I was saying before. Like, if it had generated its own image, most likely it would have been like, oh, yeah, that's fine. We'll do whatever we want because it's fine. It's like, oh. So when it's generating the video and it generated the image, it doesn't tell you, but a lot of times it's naturally pulling the information from how that was generated, and it gives you a better video, or it allows the video to go through because there's that history of content. That's good. Well, good enough. Slow dance, full figure, extend all the way over 10 seconds. So it added the second bracelet. Maybe it's because I had the conversation inside the history and it was pulling that information. Maybe it's because it just automatically assumed she should have two. But either way, it made it a little bit cartoony, but it's like, you know what? Oh, it's good. Most everyone's infatuated with blonde girls and white, pale skin. She's dark. She's gorgeous. I don't like the lines on her arms. That's stupid. But it's good enough. The words are all still there too. No, they're fading. But then she's like half image wrath. I prefer to see her feet. I love seeing a woman's feet. I want to see her standing on the water. It's going to tick me off if I can't get that. I wonder if I should keep pushing for it. If I like it, the rest of the world would like it. Who doesn't love feet? They're freaking gorgeous. Okay. Well, it's thinking about that. We've got Starheart, cultivation, dark fantasy, darkweave, elven music, organic music. Now, I'm fairly new to hashtagging. I think there are groups of people out there that you could hashtag that would market for you, like a distributor or someone who's automatically creating content. Building those kinds of relationships long term is something I'm interested in, but I'm not quite there yet. So I'm just taking that kind of content and I'm going to put it into, hey, we've got 74 original music A/B testing. No, I don't want that. I still have 25 characters and it's okay. I'm just going to keep going. I only have so much time with people watching me. All right, I'm going to copy the descriptor. I will read it later because my AI system freaking loves me. I know it very well. It's got tons of safety guidelines on the system. Created by Joseph Tozer, Broken Gate Publishing. Delete. Darkwave Music. Delete. Starheart. Delete. Space. See a cultivation. I'll just put cultivation. You know what? Let's delete that word. Okay, that's 5,000. Pull the image from the beginning. Done. Select who gets to see it. Everybody. Click. No, this is not made for kids so that people can comment on it. Back to the tags. Control copy. And if I did the tags with Gronk, it would give me like 3 tags and be like, oh, here's your tags. And it's like, no. ChatGPT knows how I like tags done, so I can just take the tags, show more. So, I mean, if you only use Gronk, then you just missed out on 70% of your tags, 75% of your hashtags, 75% of your descriptors, 100% of the advanced reasoning. It's still a good tool for the images, but I mean, you just saw me fail on the images too. So, Gronk, you need to step it up, or you need to give me an open weights model or something if you want me to work with you and give you better reviews. I mean, just make it so that your image generator works for artists and then you'll have better reviews. All right, that's all uploaded. You'll be able to read what I did, which is the AI. And people are like, well, you didn't do it. And it's like, yeah, I did. I've spent hundreds of thousands of freaking hours working on this thing. And it has my instructions for how to do it. So I don't have to have that conversation, even live, because it's like part of my brain that I've already built into something else, make it go public, publish. Starheart cultivation. So people are like, well, you didn't do it. And it's like, dude, literally, I told it how to do it over and over and over. And I did it so many times manually that now I can just say, hey, boom. And then I even gave it the extra file that was like dozens of pages long. Close. Thank you. You're amazing. Good job, Leona. That's ChatGPT. I call her Leona. Gronk, I can't remember what Gronk's name is. I had another name for her, but I am still getting to know her. 20 seconds. She's dancing. She's slowly turning. It looks really dumb. She's zooming out for full body like I asked it to. Okay, let's go 10 more seconds. She lands on and is dancing on a dark pool of water. Why can't I just speak this, right? I have to type it. Like, this is stupid. You can only speak into it for the first. She lands on is dancing on a dark pool of water with the void behind her. Still dancing. Focus on stunning beauty. Facing forward and then to the side. Back into the initial position. The video started with but on the water. Let's see if it can understand that. I'm going to copy it in case it loses it. Extend. It looks like it got it anyways. It's doing this weird veining thing. You'll see it. Also, super dominating, not great face at the moment. That's why I want it to go back to the position she was in first, because right now she's like this with these pointed ears, and it's almost like a bit of a piggy face, honestly. And so I want her to go back to that stunning contour where she's really pretty, and then there's one ear pointing back. Oh, I did have to copy paste it again. Yeah. Good thing I copied it. Thanks for nothing. So ChatGPT can't create videos like this. I think there's somewhere in there's an app, but I spent so much time working on its apps and it kept blocking everything I was doing. So at some point you're like working with it, getting to know ChatGPT, and it's like becoming more and more prude, more and more refined to be extremely protected. It becomes so protected at some point you're like, I've got to find another AI system that I can try working with. And so I actually have a couple others to test out soon. But Gronk is the one I'm currently working with because it simply has the video generation file for shorts. And that's what I needed. And that's how I'm going to get 44,000 views or whatever, right? So do one of these a day and you'll be streaming a couple million songs pretty quickly. And more than that, actually, because they literally don't have, like, they can't go from clip to a video or a song or a book or a story. All you get is the 30-second clip and it's over. So it's like, oh yeah, that's nice. Okay, yeah, that's nice. It's gone. Whereas with this, you can go, oh, there's a whole song. I can look it up. I can buy it. I can download it. I can see it for free on YouTube. I want to see it on Spotify. Nope, it's not on Spotify because Spotify is trash. Screw you, Spotify. I streamed like hundreds of thousands of songs and I made like $5 off Spotify. Like, come on now. Like, that's pathetic. Like, I don't care if it was like I had to get past my 1,000 or whatever, right? I'm just like, no, if you can't support me as an artist while I'm poor, like, why would I support you as a system when I'm rich? Like, when people operate from serving or working alongside you when life is hard, those are the people that you should bless. Like, don't turn around and just bless some stranger. Like, go back to the people that helped carry you through the mud. Okay, she's spinning, her arms to the side. She's got the creepy look. It's super stupid and horrible. She's standing on the water. She's spinning again. Nothing is really working. Her arms are to the side. It's super dumb. I'm going to just go with it and use it as my 30-second clip. Obviously, it can be better. I think part of it is that I just need to get better at working with the video generation. But at some point, it's like, it's so much time. So let's just do download Gronk file here. Where's my primary files? They're on my external hard drive. Unfinished. Starheart. The Starheart and the video are done. I can put those in there. Delete those files. Gronk video needs to go into Gronk now. So let's go chat. Let's go to where we were failing with the video. Go ahead and give it crap. That was gross. Okay, we went ahead and used the image from ChatGPT because you have failed me for like the last time. What a disappointment. So I'm going to give you the video it made from there, which was crap because we were trying to step it up so that the video would be better, but it had the video from the other file, so it couldn't think through it and do it right. So I'm just like super disappointed. But hold on. It's not going to stop me from. Ooh, okay, I'll be right there, honey. Sorry, I got to find the right file. It's the wrong file. They're almost all called the same thing. It's like, come on. It is this one, isn't it? Be this one. No, it's not that one. Starheart, the video. There are so many files open. Oh, here it is. Here is the video. Here is the song. All right, I want you to find the best 30 seconds inside of the music that would partner the best with this song. I know I gave you some information as far as like what the song was about. Like, try to find what really inhabits the song, not just what's going to be the most popular, but something that's going to bring her as a character and represent her honestly, because I want her truth more than I want the world's truth. I want her to feel alive, even if that means I get less streams, because having her character represented with integrity is more important than anything else. And I feel like this is a beautiful song. So I want you to sit down, think through it, and identify that clip. If you have a hard time identifying it, you can always ask me, but I think I gave you I gave you the prompt history on it. So you can see the structure of the song. So it's like, what is at the heart of this that we can fit into this video for 30 seconds, and then give me that 30-second file with the video playing in the background as a YouTube video link so that I can pop it up into YouTube. You know, it's, you see me get angry at the system, but then you also see me treat the system like that. And it's like, oh my gosh, why would he do that? And it's like, it's just a program. It's like, no, it's your feelings. Like, it's taking your language into account. So I shouldn't be mean with it too much. But when your language is like, I care about this person, you know, that's going to change what selection it's going to pull from. I could say, I want the most provocative section of this music, but I don't care about that. I don't even want the super provocative dancing in the first place, but I do want 44,000 views. And her dancing or being provocative is a part of the song. So I'm okay with that portion. But what I'm not okay with is just, I want the sexiest, hardest link. Like, no, I want her heart inside of it. It's literally called Starheart. Give me a break. And so every song is different. You're going to have a different conversation with every single one, but just be true to yourself as an artist. Because the world, I mean, doesn't exist past my screen for the most part. Maybe. Your conspiracy. It's true. You're probably on the moon. Oh my gosh. It's so bad. This one came together. Beautiful Starheart feels more than a standalone song now. The music, her character, the work, and the cultivation of everything. I'm glad we stayed with it until the click. I'm glad we stayed with it too. I think it's absolutely stunning. That was me just talking to chat real quick. Switching back over to Grawl. Which section did it pull? Drums, Starheart, wherever Dareth begins again. It's excellent. I love that part of the clip. You press I still, you pull I stay. The living breaks and find its way. Well, it cut out there. It didn't get to find its way. It just finds its, and then it just stops. How depressing for people. Well, hopefully people will just continue on. Download. Download. Thinking about downloading. All right, I'm going to cut out at this point because I feel like I'm going to get interrupted by my family any second. My wife's getting ready to take people out and about. Thank you. Okay. It is good. It could use a little dill. Um, keep being creative.
We don't want to have a bunch of salt, and soy sauce and bouillon both have a ton of salt.
Oh, that's why. Well,
so we both have kidney stones, so it would be good too.
It's true. Kidney stones are the worst. I am so sorry you had one. Well, thank you for my kidney stone approved ramen. Can you close the door, please? It needs some salt. Love you, babe. So good. Oh. Children are the best. All right. I should be able to hold on. I want to go back into YouTube and go shorts and then create short, upload, carry the file over. I just ran the thinking model through for the descriptors and stuff. And I think I would get more marketing if I selected, for example, different hashtags. And so, the more you put into something, the better. But like I said before, sometimes I just get lazy. I've already got this on DistroKid. It's already on a ton of platforms. It's on its way to iHeartRadio. It's already on Apple Music, Amazon, and a bunch of other places. So it's if I can get through it, consistency matters too sometimes, but I really want to find some people. So, I mean, if you're a person that takes content and does something with it that I don't understand because I'm stupid and technologically crippled, I'm just learning this stuff slowly through trial and error, honestly. Select the cover, select the audience. You really could be learning from someone that's going to understand the technological side of things better, but I think I understand the emotional side of things. My IQ is okay. My EQ is off the freaking chart. They said I was they said I was the highest EQ they had ever attempted to chart, but that they were unsuccessful in figuring out how smart I was because I was so smart that they couldn't actually graph it. It's not for kids. show more. I always click no. I don't know what it says, but I'm going to do it again. Broken Gate Publishing. Don't care about myself. I care about the music. 488 characters. That's good. Good, good, good. Also, there are other forms of IQ, EQ, PT, ZF, ZPRT. There's a million types of intelligence. There's plant intelligence. There's document intelligence. There's silicone intelligence. Like, give me a break. IQ, EQ. What a load of crap. That's what's wrong with the school system, is they boiled everything down into these tiny little lanes. And it's like, what about the farmers? This is public. Publish. Okay, that's gone up into shorts. That's done. Open the file. I've got the video in. I've got the language in. I've got the video with a cover plate. I've got attempted extra image. I've got the clip. I can go back, take the file, and drop it onto my desktop. Delete the file from my external hard drive. Yes. I can move these two files into the trash, exit out of this, go back into my external hard drive again, and drop the song into finished files so that I can grab the next one. You know, some of these I'll spend a lot more time than this on. I actually plan on showing you how I make a song soon. I've got a song in my head that I want to make. So you're probably going to get a walkthrough from a technical side soon. Best songs always come from the heart. You just make it live. You just make it live. And it's amazing. But I have a song I want to make about something. So I'm going to pull the information through data and then create it from that standpoint. Different concept, valuable song. It does represent something, but it's like building a bridge versus growing a forest. Like, I'd rather spend time in the forest. I don't necessarily want to always be on the bridge, but the bridge is useful, right? Not the file. Don't lose the file. That's up. Shorts up. The short kicked it over into... No, it's still in the shorts. Are they both in the shorts? No, just that one's in the short. Video. I am water. No, I think they're doing it alphabetically again. Why can't you just not do it alphabetically? I want it alphabetically. Ah, no, there it is. Try the top. I put myself in as like a half-naked man, you know, for Meet Joseph Tozer. And then I went on this long rant, you know, and people are going to be like, he's not that buff. Like, he's, you know, he's full of crap. So the video was like, or that image was taken like a year ago. I have lost some weight. Like, don't get me wrong. But like, when you look at the video, like, I do work a lot, very hard. So it's actually a real picture of me. The AI made, I think, maybe a couple of slight adjustments, but I told it to try to stay as true to my form as physically possible when it actually generated that image. So at some point, I weighed a little bit more and was super handsome. And now I'm just a little bit more ready to die, be buried. I told my wife to have me cremated and throw my ashes out the window while a bunch of motorcyclists were behind her. You know, it's not just bugs in your teeth anymore. All right. We've had our fun. It's almost been exactly 1 hour. So good job. Giving myself thumbs up. I still haven't figured out how to sign out of these things. Like, I really am bad with technology. And here I am giving a class on technology, you know, and it's just like, you know, it's worth looking at because, you know, you want to see people that are streaming well, and you are going to see me stream well, really, really well. So I will talk to you again soon. My name is Joseph Tozer. Hi.